did this once before, but now I gotta get back up to Camp 3. As you can see, I've only beat this one time. Oh, whoops. Also, setting the graphics down low really makes Mount Everest look a little less intimidating, and certainly less impressive. Some of these ladders are a little funny, the way that they're twisted or turned, especially like considering half of them are hot glued to whatever's attached, and others are unstable and shaky and wobbly. Makes sense for the challenge aspect of it, but it is a little funny in the theoretical concept of climbing Mount Everest, where you know, 100 other people have before. Now it's time to turn on the oxygen. Start breathing. Don't be afraid to drink your water too. As long as you're not wasting any percentages, there's no point in not using it. Just like in real life. If you got water, you might as well drink it. And the trick with some of these platforms, not necessarily the twisted ones, or not necessarily the ones that are turned, but at least the shaky ones, is you really just kind of gotta move with confidence. You gotta actually walk that path. You gotta just get going. But make sure you are careful. It's a little worse later on up the climb, but you can have moments where you might need to jump slightly, or I guess not jump, but you have to kind of wobble a bit to get up the ladder. Sometimes the climbing doesn't quite line up the best. But that's all part of the challenge. Here we are, almost at the second camp. We're more than halfway done if we just look at the camps. If we look at the side, though, you can see camps 1 and 2, easy, quick. Nothing stopping you from getting those. I guess I can just do this. Refill my water and my bottle, and then get back up the climb. And you don't have to follow the trail. If you looked at the RB Battles video that they put up, plenty of the challengers were kind of following their own route. But if you want probably the easiest time, then it's probably best to just follow along the route that's already set. There are some shortcuts you can take. I don't really know them. I'm not a huge Everest player, but it's not that taxing to potentially walk up some of the other slopes or anything like that. Oh, the update added, oh, never mind. Just a person dancing. Thought that was maybe like a little addition, but it's just some random weirdo dancing. Then we get to the climbing section. These are the kinds of things that if you can avoid them, it will speed up your ascension just a little bit. But, you know, I don't mind them. Even if they're a little slow, they're kind of fun. Breaks up the loop of just running up that hill. And back on it. I could probably climb up this side. Like, you probably don't even really need that ladder if you can get over here enough. It's a lot like trying to climb a mountain in Skyrim on your horse, you know? You just gotta find the right angle that lets you walk up vertically. Some water. Oops. Get some oxygen, and we're back on the road. You don't need to pick those up as often as they appear, but it's really better safe than sorry. You don't want to make it almost up to Camp 3 and pass out right before you get there. So, you know, why not just pick it up when you can? Into the snowy hole. I'm just glad that my power came back in time for me to do this. I was out of power for just a little bit. Thankfully, it was the break between the RB of battle events. But yeah, these are the kinds of ladders. Not this one, but these are the kinds of ladders, the ones that go up further past, especially on the where you have to get off on the left or right side. Those are the ones that can cause a little bit of issue. At least I've seen. It doesn't help that Roblox has, as fun as they are, some wonky body physics. And always make sure you're paying attention. You don't want to just run right off the side or right into a little hole. That's the thing with this map, though, is that there are some, when you fall down a hole, they're kind of checkpoints in a sense, not something that you'll respawn at if you die entirely, but checkpoints in the sense of if you fall, you won't go all the way down. You'll have a slight reclimb you have to do, but that's about it. And they have the ice pick you see on my right side, which does stop you falling at least a little bit. You have to be close enough to a wall to make use of it, but you won't fall completely if you're in a good enough spot. I think we might have, yeah. We don't have a very busy server. Looks like most people, myself included, have either one or no climbs. Makes sense though, with the influx, the devs or some of the people that work on this game were pointing out that the player numbers were going from 700 to like 3,000 back and forth, fluctuating up and down. Probably while everybody was waiting for this darn event to get started. Yeah, so here's where these little wobbly ladders can be annoying. Is anytime you have to like climb up them and get onto another ladder. But I can maybe just go around. No. Oh, I don't know. Let's just see if I can spin it. There we go. Take a little bit of fan jangling sometimes, but just keep on and you'll get up there. And as far as these points go, you might see two routes on some of the climbs. Oftentimes it's just more of a long way around versus a short way around. Or a slightly further, you might, fall kind of motion. So there's that you see that side has like probably twice as many anchor points. I haven't ever slipped off of the anchor points, but that is a possibility, I presume. And why you might want to take a longer route. But slow and steady. Like they said, tortoise in the hare. If you rush too much, you might end up right back where you started. And that's really going to be the biggest pain in the butt. Yeah, see, there's another route right there that you couldn't climb up of. So at the very least, they give you a little variety in which way you got to take it. And to get to Camp 3, which we're more than halfway there, you will get one final tall climb like that before the end of it. So if there's any one time you want to make sure your graphics are all the way up, it'll be that one. We just keep climbing. And make sure if you see a long climb like this or a little bit shorter, just look up and make sure you're on the right side of the ladder, because you're not going to want to climb all the way up a long ladder and then realize you got to turn around. That'd be probably the most obnoxious bit that you could have. But let's get up there. Climb, climb, climb. I don't know if you can detach your anchor at any point other than the given, starting and ending points, to be able to like maybe climb up a portion of it and then get off on one of those sides maybe. I think you're pretty limited in where it lets you move, as you can tell from the rope that our character is on. You definitely want to, if you want to maximize how fast you're going, you want to be looking ahead so you can begin and end your attachments sooner. See, like this one, I mean, this one's not quite as busy, but there are a number of ladders. It might be further on after Camp 3, but there are a number of ladders where you might even want to go first person before you try to make your way up them, because you will be like this close, just barely off the side of the edge of it. Can basically see it now. We're almost there. 4,000 meters up. Almost 5,000. Climb, climb, climb. And here we go. I believe this is the last ladder to Camp 3. And then it's just off to the right, and bada bing bada boom. We're here. We made the treacherous, deadly climb, and we get to meet the guy once again. Congrats on getting all the way up here. For your hard work, here's your RB Battle Challenge Award. Alright, let's go turn this badge in. Skip this little intro. Make sure we pause so we don't get blot in. I received an egg for getting the last badge. Awesome. Remember, if you want to hatch that egg, you do gotta play the little mini games. So keep that in mind. But let's officially turn it in. And there we go. Winner's Wings 2.0. Claim it from the voting terminal. Yeehaw. There we go. Let's go check out that terminal and see where the standings are. Already owned. Guess with accuracy. Winner and claim. There we go. Right down on my bottom corner, I got the badge. Now we just gotta wait for these crowns and golden crowns of courage. Or, if you're lucky, the Hood of Heroes. Alright, well, that's all I got right now. I'll probably get through, maybe see if I can hatch that new little egg, and just wait for the finale in a couple days.